Owning rental properties is the ultimate get-rich-slow scheme. To this day, the first rental property I ever bought more than 10 years ago is still providing me value on a residual basis. That said, a savvy real estate investor knows that buy and hold real estate is a long-term play for cash flow and by no means transactional. In fact, let's take a closer look at some of the long-term attributes of rental real estate. You have the numbers on a rental property. And let's assume the property costs $100 grand and will generate $250 a month in cash flow. Let's also assume you're unwisely planning to sell the property after holding it for 1 year. Once you factor in the 20% down payment of 20 grand, 5% closing cost or 5 grand, and 1 year worth of 3% appreciation at 3 grand, and after all fees, taxes, realtor costs, we're looking at about 8 grand to sell the property. All of a sudden, we do the math and we're left with a 10 grand loss or 10% of what we initially paid. When you consider the cash flow of $250 per month, in order for an investor to break even on the cost, we're looking at anywhere from 4 to 7 years on average. I think we can all agree that in a normal market, a 1 to 2 year exit strategy of selling a rental makes no sense. Now let's compare this to the elite cash reserve strategy. The two primary hangups of starting a private banking policy are number one, the cost, and number two, the time it takes to recoup your money. Let's tackle the cost first. There's no getting around the cost of insurance. Depending on the policy design, it will account for about 10% or more of your total premium in the first year. The other concern amongst investors is that the cash value that accumulates in a policy, i.e. the money you have access to, doesn't equal the accumulated premiums that you pay into the policy until sometime between year 4 and year 7. We call this the break-even point. So let's summarize. Both of these financial vehicles have similar costs and break-even point. Neither are transactional in nature, and both require a long-term outlook to maximize returns. If you'd like more information about this strategy, be sure to contact me ASAP. Thank you.
If you wish Uncle Sam didn't exist, you need a 2-minute money mind shift. Does your 401k get you miffed? You need a 2-minute money mind shift. You're working hard and still getting stiff. You need a 2-minute money mind shift. Time is money, so I insist. Here's your 2-minute money mind shift.